There is a lie you've been told your entire life. A comfortable lie. A convenient lie. A catastrophic lie. It whispers to you in the dead of night, when no one else can hear it. It comforts you in your weakest moments. It tells you exactly what you want to hear. The lie is this: someday. Someday, you'll begin. Someday, the timing will be perfect. Someday, you'll have enough money, enough courage, enough clarity. Someday, everything will finally line up. But I'm here to tell you the truth. Someday is a myth. Someday is a ghost. Someday is the quiet grave where dreams are buried alive. And the most shocking part? You are the one holding the shovel. You are the jailer who locks your own dreams away behind excuses, behind fear, behind the illusion that there will always be more time. But listen closely. Because today, that sentence ends. Today, you step out of that prison. Today, you stop waiting for the right moment and you create it. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions and you adapt to whatever is in front of you. You stop telling yourself you're not ready and you realize something powerful. Readiness is not something you wait for. Readiness is something you become. Every person who ever built something meaningful. Every champion. Every leader. Every warrior. None of them started because they felt prepared. They started because they refused to abandon their calling. So the question is not, when will the perfect moment come? The question is, will I choose to rise now? Because now is all you have. Now is the only real moment you will ever be given. Now is the doorway between the life you tolerate and the life you crave. So step through it. Start before you're ready. Move while you're scared. Build while you're uncertain. Grow while you're uncomfortable. Because the truth is simple. You don't need perfect conditions to begin. You need a decision. A decision to break the illusion. A decision to silence the lie. This is the prison of tomorrow. It is not built from stone or iron, but from something far more dangerous, your excuses. Every time you whisper, "I'm not smart enough," you lay another brick. Every time you say, "I don't have the time," the walls grow higher. And every time you insist, "I'm waiting for a sign," or "I'll start when the moment feels right," you lock the door on your own potential. Excuses feel safe, they feel reasonable, they feel protective, but they are the silent architects of a life lived in smallness. You have built yourself a fortress of fear and convinced yourself it is safety. But safety is deceptive. While it shields you from discomfort, it also shields you from growth. While it protects you from failure, it quietly blocks you from success. While it keeps you away from risk, it keeps you even further away from possibility. And that is the true tragedy. The person you could become stands just outside those walls, waiting for you to break free. They cannot reach you because every excuse you create becomes another barrier, one that only you have the power to tear down. The truth is harsh but liberating. You are not trapped because you lack ability or opportunity, you are trapped because you've convinced yourself that later is an option. But later is a lie. Later is the slow poison of wasted potential. No perfect moment is coming. No sign is on its way. The door has been unlocked the entire time, you've simply been afraid to push it open. Fear is not meant to stop you, fear is meant to guide you. It points directly toward what you must do. So ask yourself, will you continue strengthening the walls of your own prison, or will you finally tear them down? Because beyond those walls is the life you want, the strength you've buried, and the future you deserve. The world does not need a perfect version of you, it needs a present, courageous, imperfect but determined version, someone who chooses action over excuses and progress over perfection. Stop waiting for certainty. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for tomorrow. You do not escape the prison of excuses by thinking, you escape by moving. Take a breath, take a step, claim your responsibility, and take back your power. Watch the walls crumble. Watch fear lose its voice. Watch your world expand. Because the moment you stop making excuses is the moment your real life finally begins. Look at your life for a moment, not the filtered version you show the world, but the truth that sits quietly behind your thoughts. Look at the dream you've postponed, the dream that still burns inside you even when you pretend it doesn't. Look at the business you haven't started, the idea you keep pushing into the future because you tell yourself you're not ready, not skilled enough, not confident enough. Look at the body you haven't built, not because you don't want it, but because you've convinced yourself you'll begin, next week, next month, or when life settles down. And look at that one conversation you still haven't had, the one that could fix a relationship, open a door, or change the direction of your entire life. All of this, every dream untouched and every moment avoided, carries a cost. This is the price of inaction. You don't pay it all at once, you pay it slowly, silently, drip by drip, day after day. This is the quiet tragedy of someday, not the loud crash of failure, but the slow fading of potential. Every day you wait, the walls around you grow thicker. Every day you hesitate, the chains around your ambition grow heavier. And without realizing it, you begin to shrink inside your own life, choosing comfort over courage, delay over decision. Someday becomes a habit, and then a belief, and finally a cage. But the saddest part is this: nothing external is holding you back. The opportunity hasn't disappeared. The dream hasn't died. The path hasn't closed. What's holding you back is the story you keep telling yourself, the story that you'll start later, that you need more time, more confidence, more certainty. But life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Time doesn't pause until you decide to move. And every sunrise you let slip by becomes another layer of regret added to the weight you already carry. Those walls, those chains, that heaviness, they are not your punishment, they are your creation. And they grow stronger each time you choose delay over action. But in the same way you built them, you can break them. The moment you decide that someday is no longer an option, the moment you choose action over excuses, the moment you refuse to let fear dictate your future, everything changes. Because the truth is simple, your life is waiting for you to show up. Not tomorrow. Not soon. Not someday. Now. The key to your prison is not a miracle, it is not some lightning bolt of luck, talent, or divine timing that suddenly appears and sets you free. You've been waiting for that moment, hoping for it, convincing yourself that one day everything will align and you'll finally feel ready, but that is not how liberation works. The key has always been simpler, quieter, and far more within your control than you realize. The key is action. Not perfect action, not flawless execution, not a grand heroic gesture that immediately transforms your life, just action. The smallest action. The first step you keep avoiding, the one that feels insignificant but carries the power to shift your entire direction. It is the first rep you choose to do even when your body resists. It is the first sentence you write even when your mind is filled with doubt. It is the first phone call you make even when your voice shakes. Freedom does not come crashing through your door, it comes through movement, through momentum, through the willingness to do something, anything, that breaks the pattern of hesitation. The steps may feel tiny, almost laughable, but they are the cracks in the walls you've built around yourself. And every crack matters. Every crack weakens the prison of indecision. Every crack tells your fear that it no longer has the final say. Action is not about confidence, action creates confidence. Action is not about clarity, action leads to clarity. Action is not about having everything you need, action reveals what you're truly capable of. The tragedy is that most people wait for motivation before they move, not understanding that motivation comes after you start, not before. It is born from momentum, from progress, from proving to yourself that you're willing to do what you've been avoiding. The truth is simple but powerful, one small action can change your entire story. One choice to move can break the pattern of waiting. One moment of courage can shatter years of hesitation. You don't need a miracle. You don't need to be extraordinary. You only need to begin. Because the first step, the first rep, the first word, the first call, that is where transformation starts. And once you begin, even imperfectly, the walls of your prison begin to crumble. But that can change, today, now, in this moment. You have the power to ignite your own momentum, to shift your trajectory, to turn stillness into motion and motion into transformation. The universe will not move for you, until you move first. And once you do, once you take that first bold step, the law of momentum will take over, and you will not be stopped. Action is the antidote to fear. Not theories, not strategies, not endless overthinking, action. You cannot think your way into courage, because courage is not born in the mind, it is forged in movement. You must act your way into it. Fear grows in stillness. It feeds on hesitation. It thrives in the quiet moments when you replay doubts and imagine worst-case scenarios. But the moment you take a step, even a tiny one, fear loses oxygen. It shrinks. It fades. Because action proves to your mind that you are stronger than the stories holding you back. With every step you take, you are not merely moving toward a goal, you are reshaping who you are. You are becoming the kind of person who can lift the weight, build the dream, take the risk, and withstand the challenges that once intimidated you. Goals are not achieved by waiting until you feel ready, they are achieved by becoming the kind of person who no longer needs to wait. And that transformation only happens through action. The clarity you seek, the direction, the confidence, the certainty, will never be found in contemplation alone. It doesn't come from sitting on the sidelines trying to think your way into the perfect plan. True clarity is discovered in motion, in the dust and sweat of the arena where real progress is made. It comes from trying, failing, learning, adjusting, and trying again. It comes from stepping into the unknown and realizing, step by step, that you can handle far more than you believed. Inaction creates confusion. Action creates understanding. You do not gain courage and clarity first and then begin, you begin first, and courage and clarity rise to meet you. So move. Step into the arena. Get your hands dirty. Let the world see the version of you that is willing to try, willing to learn, willing to grow, and willing to fight. Because that version of you, the one who acts, is the one who will change everything. Action is the antidote to fear. Not theories, not strategies, not endless overthinking, action. You cannot think your way into courage, because courage is not born in the mind, it is forged in movement. You must act your way into it. Fear grows in stillness. It feeds on hesitation. It thrives in the quiet moments when you replay doubts and imagine worst-case scenarios. But the moment you take a step, even a tiny one, fear loses oxygen. It shrinks. It fades. Because action proves to your mind that you are stronger than the stories holding you back. With every step you take, you are not merely moving toward a goal, you are reshaping who you are. You are becoming the kind of person who can lift the weight, build the dream, take the risk, and withstand the challenges that once intimidated you. Goals are not achieved by waiting until you feel ready, they are achieved by becoming the kind of person who no longer needs to wait. And that transformation only happens through action. The clarity you seek, the direction, the confidence, the certainty, will never be found in contemplation alone. It doesn't come from sitting on the sidelines trying to think your way into the perfect plan. True clarity is discovered in motion, in the dust and sweat of the arena where real progress is made. It comes from trying, failing, learning, adjusting, and trying again. It comes from stepping into the unknown and realizing, step by step, that you can handle far more than you believed. Inaction creates confusion. Action creates understanding. You do not gain courage and clarity first and then begin, you begin first, and courage and clarity rise to meet you. So move. Step into the arena. Get your hands dirty. Let the world see the version of you that is willing to try, willing to learn, willing to grow, and willing to fight. Because that version of you, the one who acts, is the one who will change everything. This is the ascent. This is the point where everything begins to shift, where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. This is where the magic happens. One small step, taken with courage, becomes the start of a journey that stretches farther than you ever imagined. One idea, nurtured and acted upon, can grow into an empire. Momentum begins to compound, slowly at first, almost imperceptibly, until it carries you forward with a force you cannot stop. The first step is always the hardest. Your body resists. Your mind protests. Your fears whisper that it's too much, too soon, too impossible. But that first step breaks the spell. And then you take another, and the journey that once felt insurmountable becomes inevitable. The 10,000th step will feel effortless in comparison because every moment, every effort, every choice has been building toward it. Each small action compounds on the last, creating a rhythm, a momentum, a force that moves you closer to your highest vision. What once felt distant, unimaginable, or impossible begins to feel natural, unstoppable, inevitable. The ascent is not just a path, it is transformation. And it all begins with one step, the step you take today. One day, you will look back, and the prison that once held you will be nothing more than a speck on the horizon, distant and inconsequential. The walls you built with your excuses, the chains you wrapped around yourself with hesitation and fear, will dissolve in memory, leaving only clarity. The person who spent years making excuses, hiding, waiting, doubting, that person will become a ghost, a faint shadow of who you once were, a memory you may even smile at in disbelief. You will realize that you are no longer the jailer of your own life. You are no longer bound by hesitation or the myth of someday. You are the pioneer, charting your own path into uncharted territory. You are the builder, crafting your dreams with your own hands, laying brick by brick the life you once only imagined. You are the warrior, battle-tested by action, forged in courage, and strengthened by every challenge you faced along the way. And in that moment, as you stand free and victorious, you will understand that every step, every choice, every small act of bravery led you here. You are no longer waiting. You are no longer hesitant. You are unstoppable, and the horizon stretches endlessly before you, filled with everything you were always meant to achieve. The world makes way for the person who knows where they are going, the one with vision, focus, and unwavering determination. Those obstacles that once seemed insurmountable, impossible to overcome, begin to crumble before the relentless advance of someone who refuses to be stopped. Every challenge, every difficulty, every wall that once blocked your path becomes nothing more than a stepping stone, a test of your resolve, and proof of your strength. Why does this happen? Because you are no longer waiting for the storm to pass. You no longer seek comfort in perfect conditions or wait for fear to fade. You have learned to move through uncertainty, to act despite discomfort, to thrive in chaos. You have learned to dance in the rain, to find rhythm in adversity, and to use the storm as fuel for your momentum. Where others see obstacles, you see opportunity. Where others see resistance, you find strength. The storms of life no longer dictate your path, you dictate how to move through them, how to rise above them, how to turn every challenge into advantage. You are no longer a passenger in your own life. You are the force, the pioneer, the unstoppable presence that bends circumstances to your will. The world clears a path for those who refuse to stop, and now, that person is you. The world is not changed by those who wait. It is not transformed by patience, by hesitation, by careful planning that never ends. The world is changed by those who are impatient with the present, those who refuse to accept the limitations of the moment, those who look at the ordinary and say, not enough. It is built by those who are reckless enough, brave enough, daring enough to start before they are ready, to take imperfect action in an imperfect world, and to trust that the act of beginning will create the path forward. This is not a suggestion. This is not an idea to contemplate or a philosophy to admire from afar. This is a mandate. The momentum mandate. Your life is calling. It is screaming for you to begin. To build. To fight. To create. It will not wait quietly for your approval, and it will not be satisfied with your excuses. The universe responds to action, to movement, to courage, to people who refuse to be stationary. So what is it? What is the one thing you have been putting off? The dream you have been silencing? The vision you tuck away each day because it feels too big, too risky, too impossible? I don't care how small it is. I don't care if it feels messy, awkward, or imperfect. It does not need to be perfect. It only needs to exist, and it only needs you to start. Do it. Start now. Not tomorrow. Not in an hour. Now. Let this moment, this single decision to act, be the spark that ignites everything. Let it shatter the walls of hesitation, let it dissolve fear, let it propel you forward with unstoppable force. Momentum is waiting for you. Life is waiting for you. Your world is waiting for you to light it on fire. Take the step. Move your body. Speak the word. Begin the work. Let this be the day you stop waiting for, someday, and finally, gloriously, unapologetically, begin. Thank you for watching this video from Harmony Minds. If it inspired or helped you, make sure to hit that like button, your support means a lot. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss our motivational and educational content. We'd love to hear from you. Comment below with your thoughts or what inspired you the most in this video. And share it with your friends to spread knowledge and positivity. Stay focused, stay motivated, and keep growing with Harmony Minds. See you in the next video.